This weekend, sorry, I couldn't bring the warm temperatures with us. Our almanac shows that this dip in temperature is actually bringing us back to where we should be. Wind is going to bring that towards us here in El Paso, and by the time you cross the finish line, we should be in the 60s. And they plan to return next year with even bigger plans to avoid this problem. There are two ways you can cool your food in those critical 2 hours. You will get a chance to choose between these two candidates in the final runoff June 13th. Here at the River Run Plaza tell me they are excited to start getting traffic again. The second way is to separate the food into two containers so that it cools faster. A look at your weather across the nation if you're traveling for business or pleasure shows that there is some activity right over Tennessee and Kentucky. The red and yellow indicates the severity, so they have a thunderstorm in effect right now. Also, Ohio is under a flood watch, so if you're heading that way, you might want to be on the watch for that. A little further north, they're under a winter weather advisory, much colder than what we're seeing here. And on the West Coast, they're pretty crystal clear except for Utah. They couldn't get away without having a hard freeze warning that's in effect till 9 o'clock this morning. You too can track these storms with us if you just download the KFOX 14 Severe Weather app on your tablet or smartphone. You can find that in the App Store or on Google Play. They have chances for rain 80%, 70%, 40%. Over the next 7 days, there is not a day where they don't have a chance for rain. So sorry, Dallas, you are getting hammered. But here in the borderland, not so bad. Right now, we're cooling down after getting up to 85 degrees today. Right now, we're at 75 in El Paso, 67 in Las Cruces, and 66 in Deming. Our satellite and radar is pretty quiet. We just got some cloud, little bit of precipitation to the north and to the south of us, but nothing right here at home. Our winds have been ebbing and flowing throughout the day. Earlier, we were at about 20 miles per hour in El Paso. Then we dropped down to about 9 this afternoon. Now we're back up to 21 miles per hour, and those winds can do damage to your home and your roof, so you just want to keep that in mind. This weekend, sorry, I couldn't bring the warm temperatures with us. We have a cold front that's moving in, and that's going to drop us a couple degrees cooler than what we've seen over the past couple of days. So if you have plans for this weekend, and I know it's Mother's Day, we're going to have cooler temps, very windy conditions, and it's going to be a lot drier, so make sure that you moisturize and bring a jacket.
I felt great because now we have a chance to see if customers who we've lost are going to come back.
Larry Gold has owned Hello Pizza off of Country Club Road and Upper Valley Road for 28 years. He says the Country Club Road construction stopped him from making deliveries and dramatically reduced his customers. He said the construction forced him to re-strategize his business.
If it wasn't for the catering business, we probably would have been closed a year ago.
This customer says the construction ending is part of why he came to the River Run Plaza today.
We used to go through the side roads to get locations like this. Now it's much quicker.
But Gold says many other customers didn't know what those side roads were. He says the detour signs that were put up had print too small for drivers to see.
And if you were car number 2, 3, or 4, or 5, you never could even see the sign.
Something he says was the city's responsibility.
And that's why I feel in some way the city of El Paso should try to reimburse us for some of our losses,
allowing customers to visit their favorite businesses on Country Club in the future.
I'm glad places like this have made it through the construction period.
It's very unfortunate that that's the case, that it happens a lot.
Anna Acosta with Safe Kids El Paso is talking about not taking the time to buckle up a car seat or buckling up the wrong way. She says a child should ride in a car seat or a booster seat until they're 8 years old or 4 feet 9 inches tall. Acosta says 4 out of 5 children aren't secured properly, and that can result in a head or neck injury.
It just takes a couple seconds to put your seatbelt on and to put your child in a car seat. That way we can prevent these things from happening.
She says one of the common mistakes is not choosing the right seat.
You have to see their weight and their height and their developmental needs to see what kind of seat that you need to put them in.
And just because they cost more doesn't mean they'll work better.
Well, some of the common misuses we see is that the harness isn't tight enough.
When the straps are too loose, the child can slip out of the car seat and be injured in a crash. Parts of the car seat can also stop working once they get older.
Car seats do expire. Usually car seats only last around 5 to 6 years.
Parents should check the label, check the straps, and always check to make sure everyone is buckled up. Reporting in downtown El Paso.
Live in the studio.
Reporting in the Upper Valley.
Asia Hood.
CBS 4 at 5:30.